never good enough. I wrote a little song for you. It go like
Night has fallen and you're weary from travel. Stars fill the sky above, and in front of you is a brightly lit wooden house, the only building you've seen for days.
Ooh! Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're playing a new game called Where the Water Tastes Like Wine, and it's about Manifest Destiny, which is like 19th century like belief kind of that the westward expansion was inevitable and stuff like that, and you learn about people's stories and stuff on the way, and the art style is super incredible and it's super story driven, and it looks really awesome, and obviously it's already started out awesome with that guy's epic voice. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's go to the house.
Toward the house, hearing the sounds of laughter and talk as you reach the door and push it open.
Bumped my microphone. I was having some weird lagging issues at the beginning, so I hope that doesn't happen again. Also, I didn't know when this game came out. It came out way before.
It's a cheap buy-in, and not many of the other players are very good.
How do we know that if we just joined? Anyway, this came out like mid-February, and I totally forgot and didn't know about it, so that's why I'm just now playing it. I wanted to finish V first and then start this.
The lady fiddling with dice gets good cards, but has no real strategy. The man to your right seems to just hold on to the highest cards he has, regardless of suit or any consideration of matches.
Me. I'm not good at cards. They're playing poker, that is.
The man in gray across from you, though, he's good. He already had the largest pile of coins when you bought in, and while your winnings grow quickly, you can't quite catch him.
When I was little, my aunt was in the hospital for a long time, and something that we did to pass time was play poker, and we used quarters as the chips. So we had like $25 worth of quarters, and I was only like 8 years old, and they taught me how to play poker because that's what we were doing, and I was only 8, so I couldn't grasp the concept of the game, and so I would always bid so high even though I didn't have any cards. And the one time that I finally folded, it was because I only had like a 6 or something like that. Like that was like my highest card, but I had 4 of a kind. And after the game was over, my mom looked at the cards and she was like, "Oh my god, you had 4 of a kind. That is the best hand that you can have in poker," I think anyway. But yeah, I was not good and naive, I guess.
One by one, the other players leave the table, sometimes with pique or with wry humor, leaving their winnings with you or the man in gray.
Looks to suck, bitches. Oh. Looks like a wolf. Ooh, their eyes are creepy. What the hell? Who put a gray feather in there? Who the hell wants a feather? Oh, shit! Oh, he's got 4 of a kind. Watch it. If that's what they're playing. I don't even know.
Finally, it's just you and the man in gray. He looks at you, full of humor, and winks. Last hand?
I'm in,
he deals,
baby.
You draw, and look at your hand. It's good. It's great. The best hand, in fact. A royal straight flush. Spades. Aces high.
Maybe a 4 of a kind isn't the best hand you can have, but...
But the man in gray pushes forward his whole pile. You're not sure exactly how much it is, but it's more than you've got. You can't match that.
Oh, shit. Fold? Why would you fold? You have the best hand.
The man in gray stops you. Now, if you like, I'll let you wager your word. I know you'll be good for it. Just promise you'll pay the debt, however I ask.
You have my word or check cards. What does check cards mean? Does that mean I get to look at my hand? Or I'll just fold? Fuck it.
The man in gray smiles. All right then. I'll call.
Oh shit! Ew, that's disgusting. I'm confused. Was his better than ours? Dire Wolf, Chapter 1.
Well, your luck wasn't so good, was
Oh,
it?
fuck.
That's quite the hand, but not for the game we're playing. I'm afraid you owe me. Your life, sure. But more than that, your labor.
My life? Boy.
You see, this land is built on stories. It's one big story, this country, woven of many small ones.
This song is awesome.
Few of the small ones are strictly true, and the big story is mostly a lie. All the stories and songs and myths and legends start somewhere, with a seed. As they're told and retold and passed around, they grow and change to become the stories we know. To pay your debt to me, you'll be carrying stories, finding the seeds first and then spreading them, telling them onwards so they can begin gaining strength. This is no light task. Stories are heavy.
That's a weird job, I guess.
Most of the stories you'll find will be small seeds. They might be true, but they'll grow wild and unbelievable with the telling. The more important stories are the true ones, the ones people will tell you about their own lives. Those often get lost in the weaves of the big story. The more true stories you can find and tell, the more you can weave that truth into the big story. Tarnish it a bit perhaps, but isn't a dingy and battered truth better than a shining lie?
Okay.
Now, go ahead.
He basically wants
You
us to
tell me a
boast.
story. I'll trade you some information about your task.
Okay. Oh shit, what is this? 3 slaves, justice. Okay, so travel, choice morality, the world, heaven, desires fulfilled, wishes come true, wheel of fortune, fortune, fate, luck, the tower, death, change, endings, moving on. I kind of want to try this one, justice. Tell the story of the endless series of doors of different kinds, each leading only to more doors. Tell the story of the northbound train blinking its giant eye as it crawls through the night. Tell the story of the parting of a cloud of fog to reveal a brief glimpse of a land of promise and plenty. Tell the story of tossing a pair of bone dice on a blood-red velvet table. They come up snake eyes and wink at you. That one sounds kind of cool. Tell the story of a black and gray city where every building is filled with desiccated corpses. Okay, this one sounds interesting. Okay, so let's tell this one. You tell the story of the...
I'll strip away your flesh to make the journey easier, but still you'll feel pain. Hunger, weariness, thirst, and despair. They're all part of stories, the part not often told. And death, yes, but don't worry. As long as your task remains, you come back.
Okay. Oh, so we have to ask him about each. Okay.
It's just luck. Funny how bad luck seems to follow the folks who already have problems aplenty.
True.
Well, try your luck out there in this country. See how the dice treat you.
I guess I'm a little
It's
confused
not
at the
all
task
bad.
at hand.
You'll have to work hard, but I'll give you the gift for seeing the true shapes of people. Not many who can do that.
Tell the story of parting a cloud of fog to reveal a brief glimpse of a land of promise and plenty. I love the
Your
art style
deepest
in this. It's
desires,
beautiful.
Your greatest wish, heaven? Big Rock Candy Mountain? El Dorado, the promised land, that place just over the ridge where they all say that the water tastes just like the sweetest wine. Well, I don't know where that is. It's supposed to be somewhere in this country. Ask the people you meet.
So we're basically trying to find kind of like an oasis or
They're all searching for the same thing.
utopia, kind of, maybe? Tell the story of endless series of doors of different kinds, each leading to only more doors.
You sometimes have to make choices about what kind of story you're finding. Is it a love story or a tragedy?
Okay, so I think it's trying to tell us about what types of
Don't
stories we're
gather
going
too
to
many
encounter.
of one kind, though. This grand story needs variety.
Tell the story of the northbound train blinking its great eye as it crossed through the night.
Travel? That's your job. Wander from place to place, gather those stories and spread them. People get bored hearing the same stories over and over. But an old cliche in one state might be a rip-roaring new yarn in another. Go on your way, seeker. Maybe we'll meet again, or maybe not.
Is this how
Either
like
way, it'll be an experience for
like
you.
old
I'm
wives'
jealous
tales and
in
stuff
some
get
ways.
spread?
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Well, you told me to look for it. Oh, hell yeah! Ooh, motherfucking skeleton. What is this?
Well, I'm gonna scroll my name on the bare bones of the earth.
This bungalow is being ransacked. There's furniture piled in the front yard, ammunition heaped under the mailbox, and a crowd of clean-cut men ripping apart a car in the driveway. The
Sick.
two heavily armed, mud-caked women leaning over the porch railing share the same bored grin. One shouts at you. Lend a couple innocent gals a cigarette?
Why not?
You are about to hand her a smoke when those men draw pistols and shove you hard into the dirt. You know these girls? Once
No.
they've dumped your bag out into the road, they decide you're harmless. If you were selling booze too, you'd have a lot more cash.
So it's during Prohibition, obviously.
On the porch behind him, the two bootleggers are fingering their empty rifles, grinning in disappointment.
I don't know a lot about history. I'm not a history buff. So sorry if, like, during the time of Manifest Destiny, it's obvious that the Prohibition was going on. I don't remember that type of stuff, so. Oh, okay. New story. The woman arrested for bootleg. Can I look at the stories? I'm confused. Oh, I can whistle. How do I... No, wait.
Well, I'm gonna cast
Wait, is this telling me where I need to go?
the waters of this land, and by and by I'll see.
Okay, I see a little... Or, actually, I'm gonna go straight ahead. Okay, there's a little thing over here. I'm gonna go straight ahead because the road dead ends over there. Then I can come back.
Off the road and into the woods, you can't help but come across this package by the old tree tied to a sturdy stick. The cloth wrapping conceals, though not particularly well, something large and softly unsettled. Little eyes blink back at you from inside the bundle.
Say
The
hello.
shape gives a start.
Please don't tell my pa that I'm in here.
It says in a small voice.
Why not?
Pa doesn't want to live with us anymore. But I want to go with him. Don't tell him, please. I'm hiding.
Oh, that's sad. Do I look for his dad or I won't tell? I don't want to. I won't tell, but I want to know where his dad is. Like, what the fuck?
You tell the boy you'll keep his secret. You don't see his father anywhere. You don't see another soul for miles.
His dad knew he was in there and left him. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. Why would you do that? Why am I not moving? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong buttons, that's why. What button was I hitting before to whistle? Oh, we're in Portland. Oh, there it is. I'm confused by this. I'm confused by the whistling. Oh, there's Boston. Wait, how the hell are we all the way
every
over
year,
Portland
you
and
know.
Botland's right there?
The old man is sitting at the edge of a rotting old pier, crooked legs dangling over the water. He watches a pair of seagulls preen and groom each other on a rock just off the shore.
They don't come here every year, you know. Ask
Just
why.
when the fishing is going to be good. He taps great, black, thick globs of spent tobacco out of a huge ceramic pipe. I got another year, I guess.
One more year of
Another
what?
year of this town being here, he replies, letting a grin spread across his face. If the seagulls came, that means enough fish to keep it in place.
Okay. How is this Portland and then that's Boston? That's like the complete opposite end of the country. Oh, there's something right here.
The woman walks the small town square with the poise of Betty Davis. A confident stride and inimitable mannerisms elevating the sidewalk into a plush Hollywood carpet. And wrapped around her neck, a yellow velvet ribbon, bright as an ocean sunrise.
Hi.
You question a well-dressed man parked outside an oyster house. Prudish woman. I took her on a fine date and she didn't remove so much as a ribbon. Excuse me, can you step back from the coupe? That's the spirit. You decide to seek a second opinion.
Boy, she don't have to give you shit.
You talk with a waitress smoking outside a diner. Something funny about her. Just showed up one day. Doesn't work, doesn't live anywhere far as I know. Just around. Myself, I'd love to know who made all her beautiful clothes. You ask the woman if you may join her at a public bench.
You may. Lovely outside, isn't it?
Her eyes are a beautiful shade of brown. Beneath the yellow ribbon, a thick, fibrous scar wraps around her throat.
Oh.
Weather like this, it reminds me of Paris.
Ooh, that's weird. Elegant woman in the small town.
You can see storm clouds on the horizon, and you don't relish the thought of being caught wandering this rocky seaside road in the rain. Fortunately, you find the lighthouse door open, with a daunting staircase before you.
Yeah. It's a
At the top
lighthouse.
of an ornate wrought iron spiral, you're breathless and feeling the strain on your knees. Rain already batters the walls outside. You can only knock on a heavy wooden door leading into the upper level. Muffled voices and light seep in beneath the door. Looks like we got a visitor. Sounds like a man's voice, deep and rough.
Well, behave yourself. I'll open the door.
Another man, this one with a higher, more sonorous voice. I always behave myself. He feigns indignation, but his tone betrays affection instead. After a moment,
Okay, I'll wait.
the door unlatches from
Don't have
the
another
inside
option?
and opens. The man before you is tall and muscular, with a hint of a paunch beneath his wide chest. The heavy iron knob on the door looks nearly dainty in his huge hand.
Didn't want to be out in this rain, did you? Come in.
Thanks,
Despite
baby.
the rough exterior, this room looks like a well-appointed parlor. There's a rug on the well-trod wooden floor and an enormously plush couch. And sat upon it is a stocky fellow grinning through a great hazel-colored beard. Tea? He offers, hoisting a teapot.
Must be lonely up here. Been here long? Oh shit, I forget what the cards mean. Can I look? Shit.
A few years.
The tall one sits on the sofa, wrapping his arm casually around the other lighthouse keeper. 5, says the smaller, but by no means small, man.
That long? Time flies. We traveled together before that. You must have some good stories from the road, huh?
Well,
You
I
wake
have
up
some.
the next morning on their old sofa, still warm from an excess of tea. And cakes? There might have been little cakes. Prodigious snoring rumbles in from the floor above you, and you quietly take your leave.
So they obviously take care of the lighthouse. Okay. Is there anything else here? My gosh, this music is loud. Okay, I don't think so. Let's go over to... Okay, so we're now in Maine, even though Portland is in Oregon. And that's New Hampshire. Oh, hold Q to hitchhike. Oh! How nifty! Where are you taking us? Oh, that's cool. Oh shit, there was a house out there. Boston. Boston, Massachusetts. Enter Boston. Oh. Red brick, green trees, blue sky. In this weather, Boston is beautiful. That is until you make your way deeper into the city and get lost among the cramped, winding, shadow-haunted old streets. Explore, earn money, train station, store. Okay. So, can we earn money? You wander the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. Panhandle or let's look for work. It starts to rain in the kind of torrential tree stripping way that only happens once or twice a year. Excuse me. Everyone scrambles for cover. One guy stands out in the street, a fellow with a bale of bent and lopsided umbrella. 10 cents each, he hollers. What an opportunist. The rain has soaked him, though, but he's doing a roaring trade. Hey, he tells you, go run around on that main shopping street and pick up all the umbrellas you see, okay? People sometimes drop them when they blow inside out. I'll pay. I'm in. Hell yeah. He's right. There are umbrellas scattered all about up and down the streets like fallen birds. You gather up an armful, and the umbrella seller buys them off you for a couple of coins. The next morning, though, your throat is hoarse and your nose is running like a faucet. Damn it. Whatever. Store. Hot apple cider. Oh, okay. So I see. So we're full of oops, sorry. Sleep, and we're full of health, and we have some money. Clam chowder sandwich. Okay, I don't need any of that.
This
Explore.
city is like no other you've been to.
Oh shit, sorry.
Crooked streets splay out in a maze of narrow passages, no two alike. Soon, you find yourself in twilight, utterly lost. Bright light crests around one corner, a car approaching.
I'm gonna keep walking.
Unable to afford rescue, you keep walking. The asphalt turns to crooked cobblestones that threaten to wrench your ankle out of place.
Dramatic
Was
much.
this always a moonless night? The stars multiply, each one looking like a pinprick through which light is exiting the terrestrial world. It's hard finding your way through in pitch darkness. You go by touch and sound.
Okay, it's not that
feeling
dark.
the scale of the streets by the echoing of your footsteps. Fingers tracing the rough surface of the buildings. And then, a rumble
Harvard
of noise in the
Square.
distance. You quiet yourself, suddenly fearful. The clear sky tells you it's not thunder, but cannon fire. The city comes alive with fires and shouting. You find yourself trampled by a mob of
fuck.
men in thick brown coats, a phalanx of bayonets advancing up the street. When you come to, there's no sign of the commotion, the war that you were just caught in. The comically shrill honk of a Model A running up the road startles you, and you
That a Ford?
crawl toward the sidewalk. Above, the sky is a sharp, cold, cloudless blue.
Is that a Ford? I thought the first Ford was a Model T. Or am I just dumb? Keep moving. Oh, okay. Well, now we're down half health. But fuck. Store. Clam chowder sandwich. We're out of money. Only a cupful, but damn, it's filling. Okay, train station. New York, Detroit. I don't have money for the train. I like this clicking noise. Okay, let's leave. Boston! Alright, here's the outskirts of Boston, so let's see what this is.
A dusty
some moolah.
truck and a man on horseback pull up next to one another in front of the grocer. Suddenly, the driver and the rider, two wiry old men with identical haircuts, start shrieking at one another.
Oh, great.
The man with the truck leaps into the street. "Brother!" he
Oh,
shouts.
Jesus.
The one on the horse tumbles out of his saddle. "Brother!" he screams. They embrace in the road. 30 years, hollers the driver. The rider, tears streaming down over his face, corrects him. "No, 32!
That's cool.
Everyone here is watching these two older men cry and hug one another in the middle of Main Street. Cars and wagons are backing up. People are yelling. "Take a photo of us," the driver begs you. Starts hauling a tripod out of the bed of his truck.
Let's get out of the road first.
As you usher them onto the sidewalk, the driver says, "Joe, I thought you were dead." The rider freezes. "Joe?" he blurts. "I'm not Joe." The two men stare at one another, each slowly recognizing something alien in their mistaken brother's face.
How did two people meet at the exact same time who haven't seen both of their brothers in 30 years? And they're just two separate situations that are exactly the same. What? How does that happen? Okay, alright. Okay, well, we're leaving Massachusetts into Rhode Island. What is this? A camp. Okay. Quinn by Chris. Oh, chapter 1.
Hey there, stranger. You're welcome to enjoy this fire with me. If you're respectful, that is.
I'm always respectful, baby.
This here is my spot, and I ain't inclined to share it with any bad characters. You can call me Quinn.
Alright, the Queen.
These here are my venturing companions. Cass is the big un, and the one with the spots is Flip.
Aww. Cass and Biggin.
I usually beat my way on the rails, but the road news said this town was fat, and the weather was fine. So I'm taking in the sights and seeing what I can drum up. I want a
idea.
story that scares me. Now I'm older, almost nobody can do it. Give me your best shot.
Alrighty. Here are all the stories you've collected so far. They're organized by subject because the boss likes tarot cards. This is the subject of each story here. If you tell the person a story about love, for example, they will tell you something from their own life relating to the subject of love. Poor things. As the night goes on, this icon will move left to right. When it reaches the right side, the night is over, and so is your storytelling. The person you're talking to will usually tell you where they'll be next so you can find them again. Okay. If you tell them the types of stories they request, you'll regain their trust and the eye will open. When it opens fully, the next time you meet them, they will open up more about their life. They'll usually remember this from conversation to conversation, so don't feel you need to open the eye all the way your first time you meet someone. Dance around, get to know them. Alright, he wants to know something scary. Authority. The past. High Priestess. Family. And sadness. Which one was the one about the girl? That's the seagulls. Oh. Tell the story of the strange climber on the streets of Boston. 2 men each... No. The woman who is arrested. Elegant. Okay. I want to tell this one. You tell the story of the elegant woman in a small
That sure
town.
was a downer. Give me a good venture tale instead any day.
Oh. Okay.
Sad.
Sorry.
Oh, so you think just 'cause I'm young, I gotta be sad, crying after my mama every night.
Not what I said. Said you want
I don't
something
need you
scary, and
looking
that's the best
after
I
me.
have.
So if you're offering, don't. And I thought I told you to be respectful. What
I
you
am,
really ought
bitch,
to be
damn.
asking yourself is if you want to keep enjoying my spot or not. Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Not really. I mean, fuck. Boy who ran away with his father in Maine. Alright, let's tell this one. Oh, he might get mad at me. That one's not very funny. Or thrilling. That's more funny, I guess. Alright, let's tell this one.
Well, that was something. You
Oh, there
spin
we
a
go.
good yarn.
Hell yeah!
Authority, bosses and
Alright,
such.
keep hitting my microphone.
I ain't nobody's little Angelina, if that's what you're asking. I take care of myself and my dogs.
No one's asking
I
you
don't need no
shit.
jocker looking out for me. So if you're offering, don't. Shoot, I thought I told you to be respectful. You want to keep enjoying my spot or not? Think about that.
I just gained your trust, and then now you're
I
fucking pissed
want
at
to
me.
hear a story about ghosts or murderers or something. Scary stuff.
Alright. Bitch, I don't fucking know. This one, I guess. I don't know about the war.
Wow, that's
There we
the
go.
stuff, stranger. Spooky campfire tales are my favorite. Well, I don't know a whole lot about the past, but they say there's an Injun grave around these parts. Say it's haunted and full up with angry spirits. I used to love hearing stories of cowboys and Injuns fighting it up.
Injuns.
Swap tales with the youngins. But, well, I suppose if someone shot me, I'd be pretty vengeful too. Hey, tell me one of those exciting stories.
I just told you an exciting story. Alright, bitch. I don't have a lot of stories left to tell, so... Can I lose respect with him?
Ain't
not
life
really
got
exciting.
enough tearjerkers in it without telling stories like that? Jeez.
Okay, sorry.
My family. There ain't no way I'm gonna start jaw flapping about those bastards. Judases, the lot of them. Enough said.
What's a Judas?
I'm in the mood for something real funny like.
Okay. I got just the story for you, baby. I don't know if this is funny or not. It's kind of boring.
What's the use in telling sweet happy tales if in the make you snooze?
Eh.
What's my future look like? I ain't looking for a traveling companion if that's what you mean. I do fine by myself, so just stick to minding your own. Oh, heck, the night's over already. I sure enjoyed talking to you, but I gotta get on. I think I'll see what's happening up the road this way.
Alright, he's in Pennsylvania next. Good to know.
The tramping life suits me just fine. Every day is a venture. With things being so depressed, folks walk around like it's the end of everything good. But it ain't. Plenty nice things to see if you know where to look.
That's very true. Achievement unlocked. The Hobo Kid. Quinn Chapter 2. New story. Quinn's Adventures. Okay. So I'm not seeing anything in Rhode Island yet. Oh, there's something here. Alright, let's see what this is real fast.
Muddling through the dark, you stumble into the path of the white deer.
Ooh.
Its beauty strikes you at once. It is something otherworldly, beyond borders. A moon swimming in the void.
I thought it was daytime.
Human shouts not far away break the spell. The deer's ears prick up. This thing is being hunted.
Help.
You know a way out of here. As the hunter's cries get louder, you approach the deer carefully, palms outstretched. As you grow close, your features become clearer in the light of the deer's aura. It bolts into the path of an oncoming train.
I won't leave
Oh, shit.
to drag you down.
Alright, I'm gonna have to end the episode there. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked, please leave a like. And if you want to see more in the future, make sure you subscribe. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.